Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Portugal and the Douro River Cruise introduction meeting. This trip will be taking place in 2026. So we're super excited. Those of you that have been Vista Club members for a while are aware that we've done two previous river cruises in recent years. We did the Rhine back in 2016, and then we just did the Danube in 2024 this summer. And both of those were so successful, we decided we wanted to do another river cruise in 26, and we chose the Douro. So we are again partnering with Mayflower Cruises and Tours. They did our two previous river cruises, and those were so popular we sold out the ship for both of those. So we're anticipating the same thing for this one, and we're super excited to share it with all of you. A couple of notes here before we get started. There is a handout section in the control panel, and you will find the brochure, the registration form, and a ship map in the document section. You can also go to the dashboard and raise your hand if you have a question. We will open this up for question and answers at the end of the presentation. I am also recording the session, and we will be posting this online at a later date. But joining me today, I have Amy Spears down in Streeter. Amy's our South coordinator. And even though you can't see her, our friend from Mayflower Cruises and Tours, Sherry Gabora, is online as well. We just can't see her, but she's there. Sherry.
Hello, everybody.
There she is. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Sherry, and she'll tell us all about this great trip.
Thank you, Beth. Hello, everyone. I am so excited. So on behalf of Mayflower Cruises and Tours and First State Bank Vista Club, I'm here to present to you this very special trip that we have planned for you in 2026. Portugal and the Douro River Cruise departing July 8th, 2026. Another exclusive Vista Club river cruise, just like Beth talked about. So our plan is to depart from Chicago, so depart from the US for our overnight flight to Portugal. We're going to spend 2 nights in Lisbon, Portugal, and then we will motor coach up to Porto, where we'll board our river cruise vessel and sail for 7 nights on the Douro River. So welcome to Lisbon, Portugal. This is where you're going to be met by your Mayflower Cruises and Tours representative, who will take you to your hotel and your home for the next 2 nights. So we'll spend 2 nights in a hotel on land before starting our cruise. When we get into Lisbon, the afternoon is going to be free for you to be able to explore this beautiful city before meeting up with your Mayflower and Vista Club staff for an included welcome dinner with your fellow traveling companions. Then, after a good night's rest, the next day we'll enjoy an included tour with all the highlights, seeing some of the famous sites of the city. We'll see sites like the Monument to the Discoveries and Bellum Tower. We'll also visit Geronimo's Monastery, and here we're going to see the unique architecture and learn about the history of this monastery and the area. Then later in the afternoon, after you've become accustomed to the city, you'll have some free time to be able to shop, dine, and experience the cosmopolitan city. Then after 2 nights in Lisbon, we're going to board our motor coaches and we'll depart Lisbon and en route to Porto, our ship. But we're going to make a couple of stops along the way. We're going to stop in Fatima. This is one of the most important Catholic shrines in the world, dedicated to the Virgin Mary. And then continuing our journey, we're also going to stop in Coimbra. And Coimbra is Portugal's historic and university city, so we'll have time to see that area. And then we'll arrive in Porto and our home for the next 7 nights, the Emerald Radiance. This will be our Emerald River cruise ship. Kind of looks a little familiar if you were just on the Danube with us. But if you weren't on the Danube with us, I'd like to give you the opportunity to take a look at our modern staterooms of the Emerald Radiance. And these staterooms are located on the Horizon, Vista, and Riviera decks. So we're going to start with the Emerald stateroom. This is your category E and D cabins. They're on the Riviera deck and they're very comfortably appointed. You can see that you've got that window in the stateroom that lets in some light as you're sailing. Now, if you're interested in a suite that includes a little bit more of a view, well, you might want to consider the panorama balcony suites located on both the Vista and the Horizon decks. So this suite features that floor-to-ceiling window, and with a push of a button, that window comes down to the ledge so that you can enjoy the open air while you're sailing the Douro in July. Now, the beds in all the staterooms, they can be put together as you see it there, put together, or they can be separated depending on what your preference is. There's lots of storage in the staterooms. You've got a private bathroom and shower, as well as a TV with infotainment and movies to enjoy. Now, we also have, if you're looking for a room with a little bit more space, we do have our owner's one-bedroom suite, which features that separate sitting area along with a balcony. Now, on this ship, on the Emerald Radiance, there are only 2 owner's one-bedroom suites, 285 square feet of owner's bedroom suites on the Horizon deck, and they're actually located in the back of the ship. So a little different than what we've experienced before if you've sailed with us. Now, at the top of the accommodation tier, it's not the owner suite. There is another suite. There are 2 300 square foot river view suites on the Horizon deck that overlook the ship's wake. So this is in the back of the ship. And you're looking at amazing view here as we sail on the Douro. So how about treating yourself to a river view suite, which offers 2 areas of floor to ceiling glass. You've got that open aired window, as well as a sitting area, a larger bathroom that includes a separate tub and shower, as well as a walk-in wardrobe. So now I know with the Vista Club, these are going to sell out fast. So again, there are only 2 Riverview suites on our ship. So the Emerald Radiance, this is so unique and so cool. It is operated by an all Portuguese crew and staff of 37. So 37 crew, but they are all Portuguese. So, having a local staff means that we have authentic experience that is unbroken from the ports of call to the life on board the ship. So questions about Portugal can be easily answered while on the ship, and you might even want to practice some of your Portuguese while you're on the ship. But all the staff is English-speaking crew, so they speak English on the ship, and they are there to welcome you and make your trip extra special. Now, this ship is smaller than our previous Danube or Rhine cruises, so the max number of guests is 112 guests. You'll travel with a cruise director and an activities manager. And all meals are included on board our ship, and one leisurely seating in the Reflections restaurant, and such wonderful specialties to choose from. And you can enjoy complimentary wine, beer, and soft drink with lunch and dinner. You can also enjoy a quick breakfast or lunch on the terrace located in the back of the lounge. It's also a great place to take your ice cream. I overloaded on ice cream on the Danube. I got a lot to work off before I get back on this ship. You've got the shaded open terrace. And this is a favorite spot for our guests to be able to view the oncoming scenery. I see some familiar faces there. Maybe you do too. You can relax during your free time in one of the great public areas throughout the ship, including the lounge. The lounge is where many of our group gatherings will take place, as well as some special events and talks. And we'll have a lot of great special events on the Douro, definitely more than we did on the Danube. And it's great because of the Portuguese staff. This makes it so wonderful. Also there in the lounge is that wonderful machine, became our best friend. This is where you can get the specialty coffee and teas 24 hours a day, as well as you've got a filtered water right there that offers both bubbly and still water. You can enjoy the scenery from the sun deck, and there's plenty of seats for everyone to relax as we sail the Douro. The sun deck is encircled by a walking track, and 20 times around equals 1 mile. So I hear. Now, a little bit different from this to this ship from our previous ships is there is a shallow dip pool on the sun deck of the Emerald Radiance. It's surrounded by dark paneling, and it's especially inviting on that hot summer day as we're sailing on the Douro. Get up early. You might even catch a yoga class with a member of the wellness team. And other onboard amenities that are available to you is a small gym with a treadmill and an elliptical machine. Again, I'm not sure why you'll spend time here because we'll do plenty of walking outside. We also offer a wellness area if you'd like to choose an optional experience, a massage or something there. Now, while on board the ship, you will have complimentary Wi-Fi in all areas of the ship so that you can, as you know, communicate back to home, post some pictures on social media, just keep in touch and make your friends jealous back at home. Now, in addition to the stairs on the ship, there is an elevator, and the elevator does connect Horizon, Vista, and Riviera decks. So again, just like we experienced on the Rhine or the Danube. Now for touring off the ship, there are going to be 3 comfortable air-conditioned motor coaches that are going to follow the ship each day on its itinerary. So these motor coaches will be sort of traveling with us there, and they're there to take us on a wide variety of included excursions. Now, all touring is included on the trip with personal headsets that really make it easy for you to be able to hear those guides as we're touring. All right, so now we're ready to set sail through the twists and the turns of the Douro River Valley as the ship arrives in Pinho. Now, all of our river cruises are really designed to just showcase the best of the local region. So throughout this presentation, you're going to hear me talk about opportunities that are called either Emerald Plus, Emerald Active, or Discover More. Now with Emerald Plus activities, that will give you the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of the destination on some authentic excursions or sessions to really learn about the culture. With Emerald Active, you're going to have the opportunity to take part in a range of outdoor activities that might suit that more active guest. And then with Discover More, now this is where you can immerse yourself in local history and culture on an optional special excursion, and those would be for an additional cost. And as we get closer to the trip, we will have more information about those optional excursions. So again, during our travels, you're going to take part, and again, you're going to find a lot of great Emerald Plus activities. I'm so excited about all that's included on this trip. So our first Emerald Plus event that's going to happen on our first full day of touring is a Portuguese cooking demonstration right on our ship. It'll be held in the Horizon Lounge, and it's headed up by the ship's team of chefs, as you see there. We're going to visit the Quinta Vineyard, and here we're going to learn about wine production, of course, along with a little bit of sampling as we do some touring. There's also an opportunity for you to be able to take part in an Emerald Active touring with a guided walk through the vineyards. Or maybe you want to get to the water and enjoy a kayak experience. All of these are included. There's no additional charge for the Emerald Active. It's just however you want to do your touring. Now, after our visit to the vineyard, we're going to return to the ship and continue our journey with some spectacular views of the Douro River Valley as we sail to Vega de Terron. Vega de Terron is going to be our gateway to Spain. So this is where we're going to dock at the Spanish border. Traveling on the Emerald Radiance when we're on the Douro, they are not allowed to sail at night. So a lot of your sailing, we'll get into a town, we'll do some touring, we might do some afternoon sailing, but the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. And then we will be docked for the night in various ports to give you the opportunity to get out and explore those ports as well in the evening and enjoy some evening entertainment. Now we're on to day 7. Day 7, we're going to visit the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Salamanca, Spain. So here is where we're going to touch into Spain, and we'll enjoy a guided walking tour that's going to take us to the Romanesque Church of San Martin. We'll also see the House of Shells. This is a late Gothic building, and you can see the decoration. Those pieces on the side of this building are actually shaped in a shell figure. We're going to walk around Plaza Mayor, and this is where this is the heart of the city of Salamanca. So we'll enjoy some time here. And then we've got a unique Emerald Plus activity planned for you where you'll be able to experience and be entertained by a tuna music band. So we'll have that all arranged for you there in Salamanca. You'll have some free time, be able to explore a little bit more on your own here in Spain, maybe even buy that perfect souvenir, have lunch on your own. Then we'll board the ship, and our next port is Pochino, Portugal. And here we're going to get off the ship. We're going to visit this medieval town of Castelo Rodrigo, and we'll see the fortress of this town. Back on the ship, another great Emerald Plus activity planned for you as we continue our journey and relax, enjoying the sights. Take part in this port wine cocktail lesson on board the ship. Then day 9, our next port, we're going to be as we get off the ship, and we'll travel to the remote village of Lamago. And this town of Lamago, it's very elegant and infused with Baroque style. It's home of the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Remedies. This is a very important pilgrimage site to Portugal, and it sits gracefully above the town, flanked by twin bell towers there that you can see. The tile on that staircase, that blue tile, it is simply beautiful. Now, if you're interested in joining the activities director, you can take a walk down the stairs of the sanctuary, a lot easier than going up. So you can choose to do that if you're interested. Then we've got such a wonderful off the ship experience. So this afternoon we have another authentic Emerald Plus because we are going to get off the ship and go to lunch in a rural estate. Now I have heard that this is just a highlight of the trip. Then back on board, again, another Emerald Plus, another activity planned for you. You can take part in a mosaic tile painting lesson. Have a souvenir to be able to bring home. Now, for those of you that are interested, there will also be a Discover More opportunity this day, which is an optional visit to the Mateus Manor House. Then, having traversed the Douro River, we will return to Porto. We didn't have time to really see Porto when we first arrived because our ship left pretty shortly after we arrived. So we're going to go back and have an included tour of the city. It's a mix of modern and ancient architecture. So after we have our sightseeing tour here, we're going to have the afternoon at leisure in Porto so that you can take advantage of all that the city has to offer. Or if you're interested, we do have some discover more, some optional opportunities for you as well. Like maybe an excursion of a guided bike tour to the Atlantic Ocean. Or you want to go visit an estate as an optional excursion. If you're looking for another active experience, we do have a guided walking tour of Porto for more active. Later, we're going to take our final cruise through Porto's waters to be able to enjoy the lights of the city as we have our final evening together with the Vista Club and say farewell. Day 11, farewell, as we return back to Chicago with some great memories spent with our Vista Club friends, as you see pictured there on the Danube River Cruise just this past July. So just to recap for you, all that's included in your Vista Club trip, of course, you've got your local pickup and return service. That's going to take you to O'Hare. So as a group, we will transfer to O'Hare and then back to those pickup points. Free airfare from Chicago is included when you book by December 31st of this year. You've got your round trip transfers in Europe, 22 meals. We're visiting 2 countries on this trip. We've got our 7-night cruise on the Emerald Radiance, shore excursions with English-speaking local guides, and of course, complimentary wine, beer, and soft drinks with our onboard lunches and dinners. We've also got our onboard activity manager and cruise director. You've got complimentary bottled water in your stateroom, complimentary Wi-Fi on board the ship, really a great variety of onboard entertainment and Emerald Plus activities. You've got your 2-night hotel stay and touring in Lisbon, Portugal before the cruise, and then all gratuities are included. And you can't forget that you're going to be traveling with the wonderful team from First State Bank Vista Club and me. There I am. Though you can't see my face now. There I am to the far left, not the far right, the far left. All right, so you're going to want to hurry up. I know there's already a line in Mendota, so don't delay in making your reservations to ensure that you get the cabin of your choice. As we've said, this is a smaller ship than what we've been on before. There are only 2 Riverview suites that you see there in the back of the Horizon deck. They're in the dark blue. You've got 2 owner suites there in the dark reddish brown behind the Riverview suites. Everything you see in yellow, green, purple, blue, those are all your panorama balcony suites. There are 42 panorama balcony suites. And then at the bottom on the Riviera deck, you've got the 10 Emerald staterooms there on the Riviera deck. So there is a total of 56 staterooms with a max of 112 passengers if every cabin has 2 people in it. And we know that we've got single travelers as well. So now just to, again, give you a little bit of a comparison, when the Vista Club traveled on the Rhine and the Danube, we had about 170 guests on the ship. So space is, I would imagine, going to fill up. You've got the brochure in the handouts there, or you've received it in the mail, but there is the pricing of the various cabin categories on the 3 different decks for you to be able to see. And then we've got that special promotion, like I've talked about, the free airfare when you book by December 31st of this year. And then Vista Club and Mayflower are offering you a special savings for attending our presentation today and for booking early. You can save $200 per person off that price on the brochure. So save $200 when you make your reservation by the end of the year. So by December 31st, that offer will not be extended. So you've got 2 months here, less than 2 months, to get your reservation in to save another $200 per person on this trip. So, and don't forget, for those of you who have traveled with Vista Club and Mayflower, you've got some loyalty rewards that would be an additional savings. If you were on the Danube River Cruise, you earned a $150 loyalty reward. So you can certainly use those loyalty rewards on this trip. So, or maybe you're going on one of the future trips with Vista Club, like the culinary journey through New England or for Kenya, you will earn loyalty rewards from traveling on those trips as well. So you can have an additional savings on this Vista Club trip. Last but certainly not least, we believe that it is important for you to be able to protect your travel investment. So if you needed to cancel your river cruise, it would need to be for a covered reason, and you would then be able to make a claim to request a refund less the cost of the traveler's protection plan. So this is optional to you. It is $569 per person. You would need to purchase that at time of reservation, pay for it with your deposit, and then you would have this traveler's protection plan. Now, it also includes travel insurance benefits like medical, luggage, and trip delay. So you're going to want to see the brochure for more details, but the main thing to remember is that if you need to cancel, it does need to be for a covered reason, and you would need to file a claim with TripMate, the insurance company, to request your refund. So let's talk about making your reservations. There's a $400 deposit that would be due at the time of making your reservation. Plus, if you want to purchase that optional traveler's protection plan for $569, your total deposit would be $969. So let me turn it right back over to Beth, who will tell you more from the Vista Club on how you can secure your cabin.
Okay, well, thank you so much. That looks amazing. Amy's here too, I believe. Are you out there, Amy? I just wondered if you had anything that you wanted to add since we just did the Danube. Is there anything that we would like to tell folks who haven't been on the cruise before with Emerald? Anything you want to add?
I found the Danube River Cruise to be very relaxing, very educational, very fulfilling. And if you missed that opportunity, I say Portugal and the Douro River Valley cruise is going to be equally beautiful and equally gratifying. So don't miss this opportunity if you felt like you missed out on Danube. This is a great opportunity. Yeah,
and I have asked several people in the travel industry, what is their favorite river cruise? And a lot of folks have done the Rhine and the Danube, but time and time again, I hear the Douro is their favorite, which kind of surprises me. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's wine country. I don't know if it's, the vineyards on the side of the hills. But I've heard it multiple times from people that the Douro was their absolute favorite of all of them that they've done. So that's exciting.
I hear you, Beth. I mean, I am I've always been honest with you and Vista Club. This is the one river I have not done, but you are right. And when I talk to our travelers and the past travelers and I see them and they've done every river and they say it's the Douro, and I just can't wait to experience it myself, to be able to and weigh in with my vote as to which river is really the best. But it's simply beautiful, and again, such a unique experience to know that the ship is all Portuguese staff. I think that is so unique, to see the beauty of the country of Portugal.
Yes. super exciting. And of course, we're excited to travel with Mayflower and Emerald Cruises again. They've done a great job for us every time that we've gone with them. So we're super excited to travel again with Emerald and Mayflower. So okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the sign up process, how we're going to be doing this.